back to another video. And today we are going to be doing the part 2 to my favorite makeup brands video, where I'm just going to be talking, guys, about my favorite makeup brands. And today I am going to be talking about my favorite more expensive / higher end makeup brands. So like, I don't have a lot of makeup brands that are like really high end makeup brands, but a lot of these are like stuff you can get online, or they're like more indie brands type stuff. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first I want to talk about this brand, because this brand I have loved since the very beginning, and that brand is Fenty Beauty. So Fenty Beauty, for anyone that doesn't know, is a makeup brand created by Rihanna in about, I think, 2018, 2019, I believe. And Fenty Beauty has become one of the most popular and diverse brands in the entire world. And I love Fenty Beauty. Fenty is like a more like expensive brand, but it compensates for how good a lot of the makeup products are. And I think the only thing that's like not good from the makeup brand I've heard is the eyeshadows. Like, I have not seen like a new eyeshadow palette from Fenty for a long time. And I think they know that they need to work on their eyeshadow formula. So yeah. So you guys know I have talked about loving Fenty for so long. And I have accumulated a couple of their makeup products. Like, I've had their Fenty Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk. I've had the Diamond Bomb highlighter. And I have the Kilowatt highlighter in the shade Water Brand, which is probably one of my most favorite makeup products of all time. And I just love Fenty because they have such a huge array of products, and their products are all like really good. And it's a lot of like more staple stuff. Like, you have your highlighters, you have your lipsticks, you have your like your foundations, your like all the other stuff that you need. But it is like a more expensive brand, and that's why that's not why I love Fenty. The reason why I love Fenty is because right out of the gate they said diversity is going to be our biggest like thing. Because like, let's take it back to 2018, 2019 YouTube. We just had Tarte Shape Tape Foundation like drama, where Tarte, who's very famous for their Shape Tape foundation, not foundation, Shape Tape concealer, one of the most popular concealers out there, decided to release a foundation. And when it was released, the shade range like was abysmal. It had like one really like dark shade for like deeper skinned people, and a lot of like really light shades, and maybe like a couple like middle tone tanner shades. And there was an iconic video by the Jackie Aina and Alyssa Ashley, where they did a review on the Shape Tape foundation, and the Shape Tape foundation flopped. It was discontinued, and it tarnished Tarte's career in the long run. And this kind of like blew up like the whole fighting more deeper skin toned foundation shade ranges in a lot of makeup products, because it was starting to become like, if you don't have an adequate shade range of foundations and concealers, then you are not to be like trusted. You're not a good makeup company. And then 2019, like I'm pretty sure it was 2019, Fenty Beauty released and their flagship product of the release was the Pro Filter Matte Foundation, which had shades for ultimately everyone. Their shade ranges were amazing. They really like touted how like their diversity and stuff like that, but not in a way it was like, oh, look how diverse we are. It's just like showing like, look, a company that just opened can make a better shade range than companies who have been in the game for over 2 decades, or like 1 to 2 decades. So yeah, and then it just started to become like Fenty became the point that every person, every company should meet when it comes to foundations and stuff like that. But then there was a little bit of a trend of like people coming up with like 60, 80, 100 shades of foundation, when it's like, yeah, you can have a huge shade range of foundations, but what do the undertones, what do the color ranges look like? You can have like a nice simple like 30 to 35 shade ranges, 30 to like 40 shade ranges, like shades of foundation. But if the shades are not good, like I remember, I think one of the biggest offenders of that was the Morphe foundations that came out around like 2019, where a lot of the foundation colors were like really yellow and like all like deep olive green. They were like basically like Shrek colored because of how like green and olivey they were. And yeah, so the reason why I love Fenty so much is that they kind of like changed the game when it came to the cosmetic industry, and I love that for them. So yeah, that is my little spiel on Fenty Beauty and why I love them so much. But yeah, so next makeup line that I have is a little indie brand that you guys may know and love, Trixie Cosmetics. So Trixie Cosmetics has been around for a while too. I believe 2019 is when they opened up their shops. Well, they opened their website. And for anyone that doesn't know, Trixie Cosmetics is a drag queen owned indie makeup company, owned by one of the most famous drag queens that come out of RuPaul's Drag Race, Trixie Mattel. So Trixie Mattel is a really famous drag queen who was on season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race and won All Stars 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And with that prize money, they opened up their makeup company. They opened up a makeup company called Trixie Cosmetics, where their kind of like tagline was pro formula in kids packaging, and that's kind of what it's like, so their flagship products were glitters and their hot pink lipstick called Stacy. And then they came out with a whole bunch of new products. Like when you look at like the old videos of Trixie when Trixie Cosmetics first came out, you can see how like different the brand has gotten. Like there was like huge, like there was like, it was really cute, but they went from like cute to gorgeous, and it was like astounding. And I love Trixie Cosmetics. They are a more expensive brand. That's why I put them in this video. And you can only get them online. And I think one of my most favorite and most busted products is the Summer of Love blush palette. And this is how it looks. I've had this for about a year. And the only thing I haven't really used is the highlighter after school special because I don't really wear highlighter that often. But now that I've been doing it more, I've been kind of dipping into this more. But their blushes are so good. And I actually heard they're coming out with something. They have like a special surprise, and I am hoping that they're going to come out with more single blushes because Trixie, I'm not going to be talking about this in the new, the new makeup products of the month video because I'm just doing, Christmas and holiday sets. But they did a, Cowgirl collection, and they released their first ever single blush, and it was so pretty. And I think since the blush palettes release, the Summer of Love blush palettes release, everyone's been wanting single blushes, especially me. I love this blush palette. I will never get rid of it, but as you can see, Girl on Girl was my most favorite blush, and it is completely done. I love Side Chick as well, but Girl on Girl was my favorite blush ever, and I don't think I've really ever found a lot of blushes like that. And I just love it. Trixie has some of the best theming, the best product, photos I have ever seen for a makeup brand, and I love it so much. And I have some of their other products. I have a couple of their lip glosses. I have one of their lipsticks, and their glitters are so good. And I think I will continue to support them for as long as I live. So yeah. Alright. Next company. These next two companies are I don't have a lot of standing with them because I don't use a lot of their products. But the first one I have is Beauty Bakery. So Beauty Bakery has been around for a while now, I believe. I think around 2018, 2017, I believe, is when their products released. And I don't know the actual founder of the company, but it is a black-owned, cancer survivor-owned brand. Well, I know cancer survivor isn't that crazy, but it's black-owned. The woman is a cancer survivor, and I just love Beauty Bakery for its theming alone. I only have the blending eggs and a lipstick, but I just love Beauty Bakery because look, it's a little carton of eggs, but it's 6 beauty blenders, and it's actually a really good deal. You get 6 beauty blenders for, I believe, $22. I think it's $24. So you get $6 for 6 beauty blenders, and that's a really good deal because one Real Techniques beauty blender, I believe, is $5, $6, $7, $8. So yeah, really good deal for the amount of beauty blenders that you get. And I have a lipstick. I have their lip whips, and I think it's pretty cool. But it's it's not one of my favorite products. I've not really been a big fan of really matte lipsticks, and that lipstick is 2016 matte lipstick. It's not one of my favorites, but I kind of want to experiment more with their brand. I did also have their Lollipop liner that they released a long time ago, and I got it because of Trixie's recommendation, and I actually really loved it. But it was kind of in the same boat as it's a felt tip liner, so it gets clogged, it gets dry really quickly. So yeah, I stopped using it and just kept using the NYX liner from now on. But yeah, love the brand, love the theming. And the final brand that I have is basically kind of like a drag. Well, the lady like basically does drag with the kind of makeup that she does. It is Sugar Pill. So Sugar Pill is another brand that has been around for a real. This is probably the oldest makeup brand that I have. So Sugar Pill started with a lady named Amy in I think she lived in California, I'm not sure, and she would sell makeup kits on eBay, and she created her makeup brand called Sugar Pill, and Sugar Pill is a really, really, like, amazing makeup brand. Their flagship product basically is their single pan eyeshadows, and their pro pan palettes. So I have 2 eyeshadows in the Pro Pan palette, and so basically ignore my brother. Just give me 1 second. I'm back. I just needed to have someone tell someone to be quiet. But yeah, Sugar Pill flagship product is their Pro Pan eyeshadow palettes, and I actually learned about Sugar Pill because back when I first started watching Drag Race and I just wanted anything Drag Race Queen is on something, I'll watch it. And there was a video, like a group of videos that Sugar Pill used to do where they would pick a bunch of random eyeshadows that they had in a video, and they would both do like looks based on like looks using only those eyeshadows. Well, they would do like eye looks with those eyeshadows, and I remember like watching the one with Trixie Mattel, and I just love those videos, and it kind of just brings me back to like nostalgia of like being an early Drag Race fan during like the time of like VH1 when season 9 came out. I've always wanted to make like a little like a slideshow video on like TikTok or something where it's like POV, you started watching Drag Race in 2016, and it's just a slideshow of a bunch of video thumbnails from like early WoW Presents and like all those really cool videos. So yeah, I just love Sugar Pill because it gives me that little bit of nostalgia from watching Drag Race, like being like a really early Drag Race fan, but also their products are really good. And that black eyeshadow is my new staple, black eyeshadow for setting my eyeliner. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram down in Pt2. And tell me, do you guys have like any like indie brands or like more expensive brands that you guys like, even though they're a little bit more expensive? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice and safe day.